Hey guys, JamesMCD Reviews here. Welcome to another extraterrestrial episode of JamesMCD's Friday Nightmare. The last time we looked at a Friday the 13th movie, we were left on a pretty major cliffhanger, teasing that Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees would be brought together in a battle of slasher supremacy. Anyway, now we're in space. Jason X was released in 2001 and was directed by James Isaac, and was essentially released to tide fans over while Freddy vs. Jason was still in production hell. The film takes place 400 years in the future. Jason's body is discovered in cryogenic stasis by this group of explorers, and they get the bright idea to bring him aboard their spaceship, take him to Earth 2, and sell him for profit. But when Jason wakes up, it turns into a fight for survival of galactic proportions. If listening to that plot synopsis didn't tip you off that this series doesn't give a fuck anymore, then I don't know what to tell you. I know this wasn't the first horror movie to bring its lead character to space, but this is the one that everyone points to as like, when you've completely run out of ideas, you just send your character to space. But at the same time, I feel like this late into the game, they knew exactly what they were doing, and they didn't really care about whether or not this was taken seriously. I hope. If they went into this and expected like, yeah, this is gonna be the best one yet, like, this is gonna break new ground, like, people are gonna respect this series again. If they went into that with this movie with that mindset, then I don't even know what to say. But chances are they went into this knowing exactly what they were making, and to their credit, they wanted to make a dumb, fun, entertaining movie. And you know what? After so many just completely disappointing and like god-awful movies in this series passing me by, like, it was nice to just be flat out entertained by one of these again. Like, yes, this movie is stupid and cartoony and doesn't make any sense, but I'll be damned if I didn't have a good time watching it. Like, for starters, this movie gets really weird. I mean, like, the fact that a movie that started off as a story of a drowned boy getting revenge on a bunch of camp counselors has now gone to space and is set in the future with all this like crazy over-the-top technology where they have like nanotech like armor that can repair itself, and they have like android bots that can feel emotion and want to be like sexually admired, to then just like random shit where this one crew member is talking to like the professor and is like, hey, I have a problem, I have to talk with you about my final exam, and she pulls out this like nipple pincher thing, and then cut to the next scene of her sitting on top of him twisting his nipples, and like him like climaxing and being like A+. Like, this movie gets weird, but I think it did that intentionally so, and I feel like it's quick to make fun of itself at every turn. Like, there's literally a scene where they're trying to like, there's something wrong with the ship and they're trying to escape, and they're trying to use like holograms to distract Jason, and so they put him in like a simulation of Camp Crystal Lake, and they put in these two hologram girls who are like trying to distract him, and they're like, hey, you want to come smoke pot with us, or maybe we could have premarital sex, we love premarital sex, like, and then cut back to them while they're fixing the ship, and then it cuts back to Jason, he's just beating them in the sleeping bag. Like, this movie doesn't take itself seriously in the slightest, and I kind of respect it for that. It doesn't mean that the story is not, like, super poorly written, or that the characters are not just completely moronic, because, like, the people on this spaceship are just portrayed as, like, the biggest idiots as possible. Like, maybe you could make the argument, because, like, they ask a lot of questions about, like, Earth technology that they might not be familiar with, of like, oh, what's a bike? What's this? What's that? And you could argue that maybe they've been away from like home for so long that they've genuinely forgotten what all this stuff is. But like, they just, in terms of their decision making, like, they make some really brain dead moves. The production value in this movie is also very bizarre. Like, they said, I was looking up like trivia, and apparently this one like got like one of the biggest budgets out of the series, but I think at some point down the road, like some of it must have got cut or something. Because like, okay, some of the special effects aren't bad. Like some of the blood and the gore effects look alright. A lot of it does look very cheesy, and even in like the sets and the production design, like this feels like a TV movie. Like this feels like something out of 2005 Doctor Who because of how just like corny and overlit and like all this other stuff that it is. This was Kane Hodder's last performance as Jason Voorhees before he was replaced for Freddy vs. Jason. And I mean, he does fine. He does well. Like, he is a lot more ruthless. He's a lot more brutal. His kills are actually like shown. They're not like off screen like Jason Takes Manhattan. So that's something I like. Then when he dies and turns into Uber Jason, which is like the big mechanicalized like Terminator cyborg Jason that you see in all the posters and the trailers, like he does look pretty cool, but I don't think they utilize him and his like strength like nearly enough. But yeah, ultimately, like it feels weird even critiquing this movie because it's designed to be stupid. It's designed to be dumb, mindless entertainment, and you're not supposed to take it seriously. And for all its faults, I definitely would say I enjoyed this one a lot more than a lot of the other like really poor Friday the 13th movies. Like watching this after watching Jason Goes to Hell was such a breath of fresh air because I actually had fun watching this. So yeah, if you're just looking to be like weirded out for 90 minutes and you know you're just looking to have a good time and turn your brain off, yeah, fuck it, why not? Going to my ranking, I would have to give this, just based off objectivity mixed with the entertainment, I would probably give this a 2.5 out of 5. But anyway, that does it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought of Jason X, if you've seen it. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Where does it rank amongst the Friday the 13th or Jason movies? And if you could send any horror character to space, who would it be? I'm surprised that more horror franchises, especially slashers, like, haven't gone to space. Like, I want to see Jigsaw in space, god damn it. But yeah, anyway, tune in tomorrow because we reach the epic climax of this whole Friday Nightmare journey as we take a look at Freddy vs. Jason. I'm really excited to watch and to talk about that one. So, until then, be sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you can stay up to date on when I'm posting. Follow me on all my social media, subscribe to my main channel, everything you need to know will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.